This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Monday, the 7th day of June in the year 2021. I'm Gordon Mosley. Here's what we're tracking tonight. In its latest assessment of the floods that have gripped communities across Guyana, the Civil Defense Commission has updated the number of affected households to more than 25,000. Last week, the total number of impacted households stood at close to 7,000. But in the past week, a number of other communities have reported flooding. Communities in all 10 administrative regions remain under floodwaters tonight. In Regions 2, 5, 8, and 10, the floodwaters continue to rise. In Region 8, some roads have become impassable as they have been replaced by floodwaters. Stores had to be closed down after being taken over by more than 5 feet of floodwaters. In Kukwani in Region 10, the flooding persists, with the rivers and creeks still overflowing their banks. In some parts of Region 5, residents can no longer live in the bottom flat of their buildings because of the flooding. Farms have been ravaged. President Irfan Ali has described the flooding as the worst disaster that Guyana has ever seen. He visited some communities over the weekend and said the magnitude of the flood is being misunderstood.
You may not know what is happening. Many of our brothers and sisters across Guyana are faced with the worst disaster we have ever had, or they have ever had, in the history of our country. You may not see it here. Just returned from Olive Creek, Kurupung Bottom, Jawala, Camarang. Spoke to people in Jawala and Camarang, where their entire life has been destroyed. Everything they worked for all their life has disappeared.
The president said there has been a destruction of homes and farms and the loss of livelihoods for thousands of persons.
The scale of this disaster is misunderstood by those of us in Region 4. We are lucky here because we have the Hope Canal that was done that is assisting tremendously. But I ask you, do not underestimate the scale of this disaster.
This evening, the president has indicated that the government will continue to lend assistance and support to the affected communities. More news coming up in just a moment.
Hi, I'm D'Angeli Singh and I'm here to introduce to you a new GTT service. You have repeatedly told us that you need a faster and easier way to receive your bills, especially since almost everything has gone digital. Say goodbye to the days of paper bills. Now with GTT, receiving your bill is easy no matter what network you're on. You can get your GTT DSL, landline, Blaze, or postpaid mobile bill sent to you via WhatsApp as soon as it's ready. To get started, simply update your mobile contact number by visiting gtt.gy/update5 to ensure we have your correct WhatsApp number, and we'll send you a WhatsApp message with your monthly bill as soon as available. When you receive this message, you will notice it's identified as the official business account for GTT. To make things easy, add us as a contact, and each month thereafter, we will send you your bill directly via WhatsApp from our official WhatsApp business account. No more waiting, no more calls. Now you can receive your bills directly through WhatsApp. We thank you for choosing GTT as your service provider and remind you to stay safe during these unprecedented times.
Wait, today what day, man? You know what? Maybe I'm to go and get a vaccine sometime soon. Let me check this book. The book there, man. Oh, shucks, me almost forget the second dose. Me got to go take me second dose of the vaccine. Me got to go now. So doctor, the first vaccine me take in a been hot, right? But me hear say that them say the second one does hot. You go hot?
No, the second vaccine shouldn't hurt either.
Okay, good.
It is very important that all of us take our second dose. Why? Because with the first dose, usually the people who get protection, only 68% of them. If we all take the second dose, that number rises to about 95%. So it is very, very important that once you've taken the first dose, it's good to take the first dose, but then you must go on to take the second dose. Let us protect ourselves and protect the people around us, our loved ones, friends, and family. I'm Dr. William Ndukro, the past PAHO WHO representative and presently the project director for the Mental Health Suicide Study.
GWI introduces CAP, their customer assistance promotion that offers massive discounts. For a limited time, get 50% off all reconnection fees and another 50% off your entire bill. If your service was removed or you've reconnected on your own, GWI is offering yet another 50% discount off all tampering and replacement fees. Wallet-friendly payment plans are also available. So tap into GWI's customer assistance promotion by visiting any GWI office and avoid them taking legal action. CAP only applies to customers whose services were disconnected or removed prior to 2021. For more information, call 227-8701 or WhatsApp 620-1667. Water is life. Save it.
Mobil 1 is more than oil. It's many oils. It transforms at the molecular level. When cold, it's thicker than honey. When hot, it's thinner than water. Mobil 1 adapts and readapts to last longer. 16,000 kilometers between oil changes. That's your engine evolved.
Sol Guyana is the authorized distributor of Mobil lubricants.
At Sash Financial, we create strategies for strengthening business and personal finances while helping our clients to build sustainable wealth. Our financial and business consultancy services are uniquely tailored to ensure every client receives quality packages and optimal results. Our financial services include financial reporting and analysis, financial status assessment, internal audits, bookkeeping and records management, financial planning advice, tax returns. Our business advisory services are related to business plans, business startups, operational improvement, business management, document preparation, procedures development, efficient marketing. Call or WhatsApp us today for your free consultation on telephone number 592-665-6045. Sash Financial, strengthening businesses, building wealth.
We are legions of men standing strong, but never too proud to stoop and help someone. We must send a clear signal to all. Do right, walk in upright ways, knowing that's what being a man is all about. And ever aware that things will only get worse when good men do nothing. Stand strong. Be the one to live right.
Mom, what are you doing with GPL on your list?
Child, you forgot I have to pay GPL?
You got time with GPL.
I have to keep these lights on. The customers who think in that manner and refuse to honor their obligation to GPL are obviously not playing their part in ensuring quality service delivery. So, I will continue to pay my GPL bill on time, every time.
I recognize the value of your point, Mom. You were right.
Turning now to health matters, the Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, is once again pleading with persons who received their first dose of the Sinopharm and AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccines to return for the second jab. During his daily COVID-19 update, the health minister reminded citizens that they must be immunized with both doses to be fully protected against the virus. Guyana will soon receive 150,000 doses of the single-shot Johnson & Johnson vaccine, but all of the other vaccines currently being offered locally come with 2 doses.
We still have a number of outstanding persons who would have received their Sinopharm first dose, but they haven't come back for their second dose. We have noticed this in Region 7 and in Region 2. So I want to make a special appeal to those persons who in these 2 regions have received their Sinopharm first dose to come back and get their second dose.
Additionally, the minister said that over the past 3 months, scores of persons received their first shot of the AstraZeneca vaccine. He's also pleading with them to return for their second dose.
We want them to come to any one of our vaccination sites because we now have we have the AstraZeneca second dose to be administered, and we really want people to come and get their vaccines. So I hope people don't delay. Let them come out, get their vaccines so that they can become fully immunized.
While the second dose of the AstraZeneca and the Sinopharm vaccine is identical to the first, the second dose of the Sputnik vaccine is different from the first. The ministry is still awaiting the arrival of second doses of the Sputnik vaccine. The health minister said the health ministry will continue its campaign to get citizens fully immunized.
As of yesterday, we would have had 210,777 persons who would have received their first dose of the vaccine. We also had 76,115 persons who are now fully immunized, meaning that they have had both doses of their vaccines.
The Ministry of Health is also reporting that it still has first doses of the Sputnik vaccine for persons who have made a decision to get vaccinated. Let's tell you now that a group of men from the Sophia area is calling on the government and the cleaning contractors they hired to ensure that they are properly paid for their work on the Ministry of Agriculture's cleanup project. To date, the group of workers turned up at City Hall to complain to the mayor, claiming that they have reached a dead end in trying to get their money. According to the workers, when they were hired by one of the cleanup contractors, they were promised a specific amount of money as payment. But now that they have completed their jobs, they said they are being paid far less. Some are still to be paid anything at all.
I start working on the 24th of May, right, for this guy Sorby and Richard. Now, from the time he started, he said that we get him paid $6,000 to $10,000 to chop in the trench. Almost everybody start chopping in the trend because you don't know they're going after the money now, right? When the work done, we have to pick up the grass. There's another task. However, when they finish now, we end up in Torkheim police station for get paid. I don't know why he carry us in Torkheim police station to get paid. Now, he do his own maths and multiply everything by 6. And we come up with, he just give it to us. Right now, so be them owing me about $100,000. And they'll be written. They'll be written down if they bring the book. Now when it's time for pay, I can't get all my money. I want to know why and who give them this contract.
The workers are insisting that they be paid what was originally promised to them.
Everybody wants the money card and working for Anizala. This man give you a contact number for call. When we go by this man house, this man come out and pull a gun from me. 38 and pull up on we nobody getting money. You got the station, everybody getting robbed. Ask them, make a report, them chasing the police, they remove from the station. If you talk, you're gonna get locked up. That's what I'm telling you, free money. People don't work hard for the money.
Another worker said they feel as if they are being taken advantage of and they want that to be addressed also.
It's quick process so for people is thief, so for people don't want to work and watch a guy now. We don't work and we can't even get we money. This man carry at the station for pay we. The police them telling we all the thing that we can't get paid and the money short and we got this minister and all kind of thing. When this man take we on, this man tell me one price for the man working inside the trench. I was working for $10,000 a day. I work a day, I only get 3 days money. I don't know the rest. They asking me my money. The police them telling me don't say nothing because you end up in the lockup. I said there's a guy now. Man say I don't say nothing because you're going to end up in the lockup. That's all right, sir.
And Mayor Ubraj reminds that the concerns raised by the workers need to be addressed and the persons who hired them need to do the right thing and honor the contracts.
It is not a good thing at all. I believe that they deserve the payment because they're pretty young, and I know some of them express themselves that they worked. It's not like they didn't work. and they show me pictures and all these things and what type of work they did, remove the vegetation from the canals and all these things. So it's not a good thing for our environment at this point of time due to COVID-19, and so many things are happening in our country at this point of time, including the city, and I believe they should really get their money that belongs to them.
The workers are hoping to get someone from the Ministry of Agriculture and the Ministry of Works to look into their plight. Several patients were injured with burns about their bodies, while at least 5 managed to escape from the facility after a fire broke out at a New Amsterdam psychiatric hospital on Saturday night. The Guyana Police Force has reported that there were no fatalities. According to a police report of the incident at around 7:15 on Saturday night, a fight broke out between 3 male patients. When the matron and nurses rushed across to the ward, they were greeted with smoke. The fire service was summoned as efforts were made to get all of the patients out of the area. As the firemen battled the blaze, patients in another section of the building broke out of the facility. Most of them have since returned. The police said 11 of the patients who received burns about their bodies were rushed to the New Amsterdam hospital, where they were admitted and are listed in a stable condition. 8 of the remaining patients are now housed in the acute center of the hospital. A full investigation of the incident is on the way tonight. A 48-year-old minibus driver from the east coast of Demerara died in an accident last evening along the Linden-Soesdijk Highway at Dora, when he lost control of his minibus after a car that crossed over into his lane slammed into the side of the bus. The bus driver was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The police force has identified him as Mark Alt of Benefo Acting. A passenger of the minibus has been admitted in a serious condition, nursing multiple injuries, while the driver from the car has also been admitted at a Georgetown hospital in a serious condition. A police probe of the Sunday night accident is ongoing tonight. 1 week after a Georgetown man was busted at a Cheddi-Jagan airport with over 3 pounds of cocaine in his carry-on luggage, the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit has issued a wanted bulletin for a South Ruimveldt man who they suspect was the mastermind of the cocaine trafficking scheme. Wanted is this man, Warren Stuffle, also known as Warren Barker, and Beige of Aubrey Barker Road, South Ruimveldt. Kanu said they would like to question him about the 1.5 kilograms of cocaine that was found in the suitcase of Adeyemi Hines. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Warren Stuffle is asked to contact Kanu directly on telephone number 227-3507 or 226-0431. Last week, the man who was busted with a cocaine-laden bag at the airport was remanded to jail after pleading not guilty. He has been cooperating with the investigators.
Fuel it up and drive, Super 95, tune up. Fuel it up and drive, Super 95, tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive. You see them children playing in the dirty water again?
You know me talk to them this morning, like them don't understand.
Every time it flood, they just want to go in the flood waters. They think this thing is fun. You could get serious diseases in the water. And if an electrical line fall in the water, you could get electrocuted. Little boy, you want to tell you not to play in that water? Come here this minute.
You see the water don't start coming in the house? When you're living in a downstairs, you just got to take precautions.
That is right. You got to make sure there's a pair of long boots for every member of the family. Protect drinking water from contamination. Keep a stock of foods that can't spoil. And have some place to go if your place flood out.
Guyana, our country, our responsibility.
My name is Barton Scotland, former Speaker of the National Assembly. I have taken my vaccine and I'm encouraging everyone 60 years and over to do the same.
Across the region tonight, the Celebrity Millennium Cruise Line will be the first ship to arrive in Barbados under the new protocols for cruises dedicated to fully vaccinated travelers. The protocols have been vetted and approved by the Ministry of Health and Wellness in Barbados, as well as the Social Partnership of Barbados, to ensure the continued safety of all Barbadians and visitors. That's according to a statement issued by the Barbados Tourism Marketing Incorporated. The Celebrity Millennium will be sailing from Phillipsburg St. Martin on a 7-night itinerary with Barbados as its first port of call. Its arrival with over 500 fully vaccinated travelers marks the first official cruise passenger ship call to Barbados in over a year. The ship is sailing at less than 50% of its usual capacity. Across in Trinidad, the country's first public-private mass vaccination drive has exceeded expectations, with 2,697 employees in the manufacturing sector being vaccinated yesterday. While the Health Minister Terence Dale Singh estimated that 2,500 citizens a day could be serviced at the Diveli Nagar in Guyana, 197 more were able to benefit from yesterday's event, which was a partnership between the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Trade and Industry, and the Manufacturers Association. Trinidad Guardian reports that the impressive numbers achieved set a total record for the most number of vaccines administered at a single location over a day. According to stats presented by the Ministry of Health in its daily COVID-19 update late yesterday, a total of 118,577 persons had received their first dose of the coronavirus vaccine in Trinidad and Tobago. And finally tonight, international news. A collision involving 2 passenger trains in southern Pakistan has killed at least 40 people and injured dozens. A train traveling in one province derailed and landed on another track, officials said. A second train packed with passengers then collided with it and overturned. Rescue teams took the injured to nearby hospitals, and it is thought that several are in a critical condition. Pakistan has seen a string of deadly train accidents over the past years. Between 2013 and 2019, 150 people died in such incidents, according to media reports in Pakistan. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley, reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.